What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What is good with you? We're going to take a little look here today and see if the person that you are dealing with or thinking about is going to reach out. I'm going to make this my Christmas special. By the way, if you do celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a fucking badass Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate, well, I just hope you're having a good day. So, anywho, if any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of this video. And don't forget, I have some tarot decks available for sale on eBay. And that comes to an end tomorrow, December 26th. We do this only once a year. Usually it's right around this time. We don't plan it that way. I don't know why. It just usually happens that way. Some used signed tarot decks that over the past 2 years, between 2023 and now, I've used them on video various times, many times. And they're on eBay. So the links for those are in the description. Also, my courses in my school are going to be available for about another week, if that, 6 days. I have How to Read the Tarot, The Beginner's Guide to Manifestation, Steps to True Healing, How to Attract Your Life Partner, Manifesting Financial Abundance. I would recommend grabbing up at least one of those. At least one. 2026 is finally going to be that year we've all been waiting on. And it's no speculation. It's no hearsay. We see it on paper now. You know what we've all been waiting on since like 2023, 2024? It's finally here. And we can see it on paper now. So I'd recommend arming myself with a little bit of knowledge for the coming year. They're priced very reasonably for a reason, so that those of you who genuinely want the knowledge can absolutely afford it. Okay? Links in the description. Again, January 1st, it goes bye-bye. All right, let's jump into this. Aries. Let's see if this... I'm gonna do 2 spreads per sign. So I want to see how they feel about talking to you and whether or not they're actually... No, you know what? I'm just not going to do advice. Let's see how they're feeling about this in the first spread. How's this person feeling about this? Do they want to talk to you? Do they have anything that they want to say? Ooh, I feel like this person does feel unfinished business with you. There are things that have been left unsaid. Let's put it like that. But they're remaining closed off, though. Yup. I mean, they have feelings for you. They have feelings for you, and I think there are lots of things that they're keeping to themselves. It's like they want to say it, but they're choosing not to. I think it probably has to do with them wanting to be in control of the situation, you know? And hey, if all else fails, leaving things unsaid and remaining silent can be one of the ways to gain perceived control. If I leave unfinished business with you on purpose and stay silent, I got control of the situation. Because I know it fucking eats you alive on the inside, right? That's what this kind of feels like to me, honestly. Could be a fellow Aries for some of you. Also have Taurus. Again, could be anybody. Those are just energies. I think this person would only want to talk to you if they see an open door of opportunity. And usually that means they see you at a vulnerable place, usually. Anyway, though, let's see. All right, let's see if they gonna take it upon themselves to reach out. Let's see. I'm not doing advice spreads. This is their feelings and then their actions, and then that's it. Is this person reaching out? And if it's appropriate, maybe I'll put in a little bit of personal advice. Maybe I'll throw my 2 cents in if it's appropriate. If it's not, I'll just shut up and move on. What's this person's actions towards Aries, Devil reversed? Ten of Swords reversed. Well, they're really honestly trying to get over this. I think so. Yeah, Two of Swords. Doesn't really look like they're taking action immediately. What they're doing, though, is they are preparing themselves for the right opportunity. So if they see a good opportunity, or if the opportunity presents itself, they're preparing for how they would deal with that. And again, it's to maintain control of the situation. You know, because the person who cares the least is the one who has the most power, right? I know it shouldn't be that way, but if you're going to play by those rules, that is the way it works. So, yeah, it doesn't look like they're making that decision right now, though, with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Now, I don't know. Honestly, if I was you, before I reach out to that person, I would just make sure that you are standing very strong in your integrity. If you get the slightest inkling that they're trying to play some kind of game with you or something like that, cut it off immediately. Cut it off immediately. If you think for a minute that my reaching out to you is a sign of weakness, boom, cut it off. You ain't gonna play with me. You ain't gonna play no fucking games with me. All right, that's just me, though. That's not tarot advice. That's just straight from me. So you can take that or leave it. All right, Taurus. Let's see how this person feels about communicating with you. Do they want to talk to you? Do they have anything that they want to say? Well, I do think that this person has tried several times to see if they could get your attention. And for whatever reason, it didn't work. So they're not really doing that no more. I think they're kind of just giving up on that. So that would kind of indicate to me that they have something that they want to say. Well, I don't know if they have anything specific that they want to say, but they haven't fully moved on from this and let this go. They probably just want to know where they stand with you, is what this kind of feels like. They just want to know where they stand with you. It's not like they have a specific thing that they want to say, if that makes sense. So they several times poked and tested to see if they could get some sort of reaction or something out of you. It didn't work. Why? I don't know. I don't know if you were just blatantly ignoring them, or maybe you just weren't paying attention to them. I don't know, but yeah, it kind of feels like they want to talk to you. They just don't know what to say. That's what this feels like. And again, I think mainly they want to see how you feel, and they're curious as to where they stand with you. All right, well, let's see if they're reaching out. King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands is not a very action-packed card. He's staying put right where he's at. So, doesn't really look like it right now, honestly. Page of Wands reversed, yeah. No, I don't think so. I think, if anything, what this person's doing is putting on a show for you, hoping that you're watching. But in their mind, I think, excuse me, in their mind, I think the way they see it is if you wanted to talk to them by now, you would have. So the fact that you haven't reached out or said anything or responded to any indirect attempts to try to get your attention, that tells them that you don't want to talk to them. So they're just kind of backing off and not taking any action, not doing anything, trying to forget about it, basically. So if I was you, what I would do is just shoot them a closure message. And again, your intentions have to be on point. A closure message doesn't mean you're putting the final nail in the coffin. It doesn't mean that it's done for good. It means I'm clearing the air. That's it. That's it. That's it. Don't even think about what you're going to do next. Don't think about whether or not you're going to shut the door. Don't think about whether or not you're going to try to, reconnect. Clear the air. This is for energy, frequency, and vibrational purposes only. Clear the air and then sit back and wait and allow that energy to clear itself up. It can take a few weeks, a couple of months. And then as that energy starts clearing itself up over the coming weeks, see how you feel about it. And then from that point, cross the next bridge when you get to it. It's what I always do. Works like a fucking charm too. All right, Gemini. Gemini, does this person want to talk to you? How do they feel about you? Do they have anything that they want to say? Ooh, some of y'all dealing with an Aries. All right, yeah, I mean, they think about you all the time. Yeah, they still feel a pretty strong old-ass connection with you. I think they're just afraid of any possible drama that would erupt as a result of communicating with you. Now, why do they think there would be drama? I don't know. Maybe what they did was so fucked up that anybody in their right mind would be pissed off at them. Or maybe they're just projecting. I don't know. But they want to avoid any drama. They want to avoid any conflict or confrontation. It almost kind of feels like they are waiting. Now, this drives me nuts. I can't stand it when this comes through. I kind of feel like they are waiting for you to let your guard down. But that begs the question, how are they going to know when or if you've let your guard down? Maybe you already have let your guard down. Maybe you already have. How are they going to know that? Can't stand that when that comes through. Because it's all a perception-based thing. Basically, it means I'm going to wait until I would have let my guard down, and I'm going to project that onto you and judge you based on what I would do, So, anywho, I don't like that energy. Had to dig pretty deep for that, though, so I'm just going to kind of set that aside. Let's see if they're taking action towards you. Hang on. Is this person taking action towards Gemini? Uh-oh, Five of Pentacles. Well, this individual, I think, is pretty convinced for some reason that at some point something bad is going to happen to you. Now, what I mean by that is like you get broke up with, you get cheated on, or something like that. You're going to find yourself at a low place in life. They're pretty convinced of it. And I think that's what they're waiting on. Because then your guard going to be down, isn't it? Maybe that's what it means. Maybe that's what it means. Then your guard going to be down when you're vulnerable and at a weak place and at a place of vulnerability. But right now, like I said, the Emperor is like everybody's card tonight, isn't it? And, oh yeah, by the way, the Devil. 7 of Swords in the last spread, Devil in this spread. I don't think that their energy has changed a whole lot. I don't think so. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know if I was you. I got so many things that I want to say about that, but I'm trying to figure out a quick way to say it. I don't really have a quick way of explaining the advice that I would give. The only thing I can say quickly is just don't let your guard down. That's the last fucking thing you want to do. If you want to reach out to this person, keep your guard up. Okay? All right. Cancer. Cancer. Does this person want to talk to you? Do they have anything that they want to say? If so, what? If not, why not? Does this person want to talk to Cancer? Damn, dog, and the devil. Well, they haven't moved on from this. I can tell you that much. If you dealt with somebody that had an addiction issue, no, they have not gotten clean. Boy, yeah, this kind of feels to me like they're wanting to make a return. For some of you, you could be dealing with somebody that's trying to manifest it as well. Yeah, they've been having a hard time moving on from this. A really hard time. Feels to me like here it is. They're waiting on you. You know what I have to ask when this comes through? Have y'all done this before? I have to ask that because when the Three of Wands comes out, the Three of Wands doesn't mean they're waiting and wondering if you're going to reach out. Three of Wands means in their mind, they know you're going to reach out. They know it. They know it, and they are very confidently sitting and waiting because they know that you're going to show up in their texts or their DMs or whatever. Why are they so confident in that? Unless you've done it before, or maybe they just got a big old ass goddamn head and they just think that they're God's gift to the fucking dating world. I don't know. Yeah, they want to talk to you though. Oh, absolutely. But they're wanting you to be the one to make the first move. Now, before you break out your phone right now and start typing out a message, I don't think their intentions are all that great. I don't think so. Especially those of you who have been on and off with this person. Especially. I wouldn't do, if you've already done this before, I would not fucking do it again. You know why? Because all that does is teach them how to manipulate you. That's all that does. All that does. And even if you haven't been on and off with this person, if you do, that's going to teach them how to manipulate you, and they're going to play with it. They're going to take advantage of that. Right? Let's see if they're taking action. Are they taking action towards Cancer? Queen of Swords. No action so far still. Queen of Pentacles. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if anything, what they're doing to buy time is they're out trying to find somebody new and watching you the whole time. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're out trying to find somebody new while they're watching you. And they're probably going to try to make it a very strong point and hope that you see it. At least that's their plan. I don't know how successfully that's going to work, but that's their plan. If they had it their way, they would find somebody new, you would find out about it, and you would come begging and pleading or at least show some signs of sadness, you know? That sounds like emotional fucking manipulation games is what that sounds like to me. That's what that sounds like to me. If I was you, I would put my foot down and keep it there. Now, if you want to talk to me, you can come forward and talk to me. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be the one to bend over and fold. I'm not going to do it. Because I know you're going to take advantage of that. You're going to say, I found your weakness. And they're going to play with it. So no, you got to let them know that there are boundaries to be had. Don't put your life on hold. Put your foot down and keep it there. That's just what I would do. That's what I do when I'm in situations like that. With anybody, romance, friends, family. So, all right, Leo. 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 Actually, you know what? I've been saving this. My very last stick of Christmas tree incense. My last one. Let's get this in the air. Leo is the halfway mark. Y'all having a good Christmas, though, for those of you celebrating? Y'all had a good year this year? This year was actually pretty damn good around my way, I ain't gonna lie. 2025 was pretty good to me. No complaints. Not like 2023, for fuck's sake. Fuck that year. 2025 was been pretty nice to me. All right, Leo. Does this person want to talk to you? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Chariot upright. It don't look like it. It don't look like it. Damn, dog. I'm going to have to dig a little bit deeper here and see what's going on. Because Chariot, 8 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles reversed. 2 of Wands reversed. It don't look like it. It don't look like... It looks like this person's mad at you. It doesn't look like this person wants to talk to you at all. Let me dig a little bit deeper. What's going on here? Why is that? Why is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. They don't have anything new to say to you. That's what it is. Okay. So they don't have anything new to say to you. So in their mind, they've already said everything that they have to say. And you've probably said everything that you have to say. So in their mind, there's nothing new to be said here. I've already said everything I have to say. You've said what you have to say. There's nothing left to be said. Nothing left to be said, you know? So looks like they're walking away from this, moving on from this. They feel like in their mind they have no choice. Now, again, this is just their perception. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe you've changed your viewpoint on some things. Maybe you are taking a second look at things. Now, I don't know. Maybe if they communicated with you, you would approach the situation differently, and they're just projecting. I don't know, but in their mind, it looks like they've got their mind made up. They feel like they have no choice but to move on from this. Well, irky durky. Okay, well, maybe they'll change their mind. Let's see. You see that happen from time to time. Wake up one day, they go to sit on the toilet, try to take a shit, and accidentally pop their head out of their ass. Have a come to Jesus moment. I'm a dumbass. I've been looking at this wrong this whole time. Hey, you never know. Let's see. Damn, Tower card. It looks like for now they are Letting the tower burn to the ground. Okay. Boom, boom. Doesn't look like a lot of actions coming from this person. 2 of Wands again. Looks like they got their mind made up. Well, in that case, what I would do if I was you, if anything, is just shoot them a closure message. And I know I have to say this every time because people don't understand this. I don't know how to make this any more clear. Every time I talk to somebody, like on a Zoom call or whatever, it becomes more and more apparent that people just don't understand what I'm saying. When you shoot somebody a closure message, that's not a conversation. I'm not initiating a conversation with you. I don't care how or if you respond. Actually, honestly, when I do it, I would rather you not respond. Right? I'm not saying it to get a response out of you. I'm not saying it to figure out how you feel. I'm not saying it to try to reel you back into my life. If I shoot you a closure message, I am letting you know for no reason other than simply for the sake of you knowing that the air is clear on my end. There's no ill will coming from me. I apologize for what I did, or I forgive you for what you did, or whatever. And that's it. That's it. Just letting you know that. This is for energy, frequency, and vibrational purposes only. Only. That's it. Sit back. Give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. Give it 2 months. I don't care how they respond. I don't care. Don't respond back to their response if they respond. I don't care if they say, oh, I love you, I miss you, blah, 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 blah. I don't care if they say, eat shit and die and fuck off. I don't care. Don't respond. Give it 2 months. And then 2 months later, see how you feel about it. Promise you. Promise you. Promise you. You will, at the very least, you will feel an energetic shift. You'll feel differently about the situation. But every time I've ever done it, 2 months, I feel completely different about the whole situation. It's like 1,000 pounds has been lifted up off my chest. So that's what I would do. Again, that's just personal advice. That's just from me to you, just as a regular person to a regular person, you know? All right. Virgo. Let's see if this person want to talk to you. Do this person want to talk to Virgo? Whoa, what fell on the floor here? Hang on. 2 of Wands. So maybe they're weighing out the pros and cons. Trying to make a decision. Don't know whether or not it would be the best idea. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I think... well, they do have feelings for you. They do. I think for a while they were thinking that they were going to hear from you. But now they're not so sure about that. Honestly, this is so confusing. This kind of feels to me like somebody that doesn't really know how they feel. Okay? They don't really know whether or not they love you and want to hold on to hope that this could go somewhere or just be done with it. They're weighing out the pros and cons. They don't know. Like I said, I think there for a while they were very confident that they were going to hear from you. But now, not quite so much. Not quite so much. So, okay. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow Virgo. Also have Scorpio, and that's it. Could be anybody, y'all. Those are just energies. All right, let's see if they take an action. When we gonna get some action, y'all? When we gonna get some action? Y'all have to give me the action. It's not the other way around. You know that, right? You know how many people show up in my inbox and say, when are you going to give me a positive reading? That's like asking the weatherman when he's going to make it stop raining. Okay? No, it doesn't work that way. All I'm doing is reading your energy of your situation. Y'all got to give me positive energy to read, right? One of y'all got to give me some action tonight, boy. Nah, this person giving you the silent treatment. They're giving you the silent treatment. They're watching you. Oh, they're watching you, but they ain't taking action. Damn, there's that hermit again. Some of you definitely could be dealing with a fellow Virgo, I guess. That's not the most common energetic pairing, but I do see it from time to time. But anyway, now they're giving you the silent treatment and watching you to try to see if you care or if it affects you or if it's bothering you. Keeping a real close eye on you. But no, they ain't taking no action. And you know that whenever somebody is busy watching you, eventually they get it in their mind that you're watching them too. So by default, they're going to start putting on a show for you, thinking or hoping that you're watching. Man, I don't know what to tell you about that. The only thing I could say about that is just feel it out and see what feels right. You know? And if it nags at you long enough and hard enough to the point to where you just can't help it, you just got to reach out to this person, then feel the energy out from there. And hey, worst case scenario, you got to go through a repeat cycle. You know? Just if you go through a repeat cycle, please extract wisdom from the situation. And integrate that wisdom. Extracting wisdom is one thing, but it's not shit unless you integrate it. All right, Libra. 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 I don't know if this person really feels like this connection is worth putting forth the work. With the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, King of Wands reversed. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Okay. So make no mistake about it, this person really wants you to think that they completely forgot that you exist. They want to come across like they don't care. They forgot about you. They don't even remember your name. Libra who? Who Libra? Huh? Who? Oh, yeah. I kind of remember Libra a little bit. No. They obsess over you. Oh, they obsess over you. Faux show. 100%. 100%. And here's the part that really gets me, though. They're definitely playing the victim. Definitely. Holding on to that I'm a victim energy. Now, for the majority of you, when you have the Devil card and the Five of Pentacles, this is a person who creates problems and then plays the victim, right? I'm just one card short of calling this person a narcissist. But anyway, you get where I'm going with this. But you know what? Let's flip that coin over. Let's say that you're the one that fucked it up. Let's say they are the victim. Just for a minute. Let's just pretend. Well, if they're refusing to let go of this energy, what are we going to do? That still ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. Even if you have the craziest come to Jesus awakening moment and you decide to completely change everything up, go through an awakening, you know, and turn into a totally different person, if they're still clinging to the I'm a victim, if you've changed and they haven't, It still won't work. Still won't work. But, yeah, I don't think that's the majority of you. I think the majority of you are dealing with somebody that, like I said, I'm one card away from calling this person a narcissist. But they're getting close to it. So, anyway. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. I also have Pisces, Taurus, and Leo. All right, well, let's see if they take an action towards you. We're on Libra, right? Yeah, okay. Are they taking action towards you? Four Swords reversed. Their number one goal is making you think they don't care. Tower card again. Did I show you the Tower card in the last spread? I don't know if I mentioned it. Came out in the last spread too. So, and their number one goal right now is making you think they don't care. Now, hear me out. Are they reaching out in January? No. However, I know you can't tell by looking at this, but this is the Ten of Wands. Let me see if I can find a Ten of Wands card in a traditional deck so that you understand what I'm saying here. I don't think that remaining silent is an easy thing for them to do. I don't think so. Here's the Ten of Wands in a traditional deck, okay? It's weighing on this person very heavily, okay? So whenever you have Ten of Wands energy like that, it doesn't just go away. It gets heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And depending on how mentally and emotionally resilient this person is, usually a person cracks and folds under pressure. Usually. They usually don't withstand the pressure for very long. Now, it's possible if they actually put forth the energy and the effort to heal from and release this, or what's probably going to happen with this person, here's the Nine of Cups reversed, that's the codependency card, is they're probably just going to try to find somebody else. But here's the thing with that. When you get into a relationship on this codependency energy, that's destined for failure, destined for it. And the likelihood that they're going to come back is much, much higher. I think you're going to hear from this person in 2026. I just think it's going to be later than sooner. I don't think it's going to be in the first quarter. The first quarter of the year, and dude, that's going to be here before you know it. Jesus Christ, it scares me every time I think about it. Can you fucking believe it's already Christmas? Can you fucking believe it? Before you know it, chomp, 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 it's going to be spring. And you're like, God damn. Before you know it, I'm going to be getting on here saying, whoa, 2026 is already halfway over. A couple days from now, it'll be halfway over. Chomp, 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 chomp. I'm going to be breaking out the Christmas shit again. Anyway, though, don't get me started on that. Okay. Now, it doesn't look like it right now. I do think that you more than likely will hear from them in 2026, though. Here's my personal advice. If I was you, I would dedicate 2026 to doing nothing but evolving so fucking hard that this person has to get to know you all over again. Make sure that the next time you do talk to this person, they don't know who the fuck they're talking to. That would be the only way you could increase the chances of the two of you coming back together successfully. Because then they would have to rise up to meet you. You know what happens, though, usually when you do that? Usually, the more healing you do, the less interested you become in revisiting the past. Don't worry about that yet. Don't cross that bridge until you get to it. All right. Scorpio. Whoa. Damn. I didn't even get a chance. That card was eager to jump out. You know what that means? That means this person wants to fucking talk to you. I didn't even get to finish shuffling. It just jumped right out. Yeah, I think this person wants to talk to you. I think so. I think so. Yeah. Oh, but they are very, very certain that they're going to hear from you eventually. Very certain. Very, very certain. I feel like they want to talk to you. Now, this is weird. This kind of shit. They want to be with you, but they don't feel as strong of a connection with you as they once did. But they still want to be with you. If that makes any fucking sense. Right now, I think their number one priority is to try to find somebody new. And their little quest to try to find someone new hasn't been very successful. Not allowed to spy on the close personal details of somebody else's personal private life, but they haven't been having a whole lot of success finding somebody new or replacing you. Yeah, they want to talk to you though. They definitely want to talk to you, and I would say they want to fucking be with you. So let's see if they take an action. Are they taking action towards Scorpio? That was quick. Nah, that was quick. Are they taking action towards Scorpio? 6 of Cups. They miss you. Oh, they miss you though. 9 of Cups reversed. They're all lonely and shit. Well, okay, I'm going to tell you something similar to what I told Libra just now. It's not the exact same message. I'm not seeing 10 of Wands energy. But they're trying to find someone new. That's their number one priority. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. It may not be in January. They're trying to resist the urge, but I think they're going to fold under pressure. I think you probably will hear from this person in the first quarter of 2026. I think so. Yeah. I think by Aries season, you'll probably hear from this person. That's just based on their energetic trajectory, even though they are fighting against it. You know, they're fighting against it, but I think 8 of Cups reversed. I think so. I think so. So, I mean, just make sure, if I was you, make sure. See, in order for a reconciliation to work out successfully, both people involved have to bring a new energy back to the connection. Both people involved. So make sure that you're working on making a vibrational change. Make sure of it. That takes time. Not something you can do overnight. That's all you can really do. Focus on nothing but healing. Focus on healing. See, people are scared of healing. You ever notice that? Whenever it comes to a relationship coming to an end, the thought of healing scares the shit out of people. You know why? Why the thought of healing scares you so bad? Because deep, deep, deep down in the pit of your soul, you know that when you heal, you're not going to want to revisit that. You know that. That's why it scares you. That's why healing sounds so final. But why wouldn't you want to heal? Wouldn't healing be the first thing on your mind? But deep down in the pit of my soul, I know that if I heal, I'm going to let this go. Right? So think about how crazy it sounds to not want to heal because I'm afraid of letting go of what broke me. Doesn't that sound kind of psychotic? Doesn't that sound kind of weird? Just because you heal doesn't mean you have to let it go. If you did want to revisit the past successfully, you would have to heal. But the catch-22 is the more healing you do, the less interested you become in revisiting the past. All right, Sagittarius. Does this person want to talk to you? Sagittarius. Do they want to talk to you? Do they have anything that they want to say? Ooh, 9 of Cups. You might just intimidate the shit out of them, for real, for real. Yeah. Oh, I love it when that happens. Yeah, you intimidate them, I think. Yup. Now, remember, this first spread is just their perspective. It could be a load of bullshit. I don't know. This is just the way they see it. From their perspective, you're doing so fucking good right now that to want to reconnect with somebody like them would just be laughable. From their perspective. Looks like you're happy. Looks like you're doing good. You know, I think that in their mind, if they were to try to approach you, that would be fucking embarrassing. That'd be embarrassing. They wouldn't want to do that. So it's hard to say if they want to talk to you. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, man. I just think they're too intimidated by you. And they're convinced that you completely forgot that they existed. Like you don't give a shit. Kind of feels to me like at the deepest level they would like to, or else why would they care anyways? You know? Why would it, if they didn't want to talk to you, you wouldn't intimidate them. Right? I don't know. Well, let's just see if they're taking action towards you. Fuck it. Boo boopy doo doo boop booty doo. Boop doo boo. We've gotten very little action tonight, man. Very little. Very little. Boop booty doo doo boo. 8 of Wands. Hang on. Death reversed. I think so. 2 of Swords. I think you're I think you're eventually going to end up hearing from him. Because we do have 2 communication cards in the upright here. We do have the 2 of Swords, which is the card of contemplating. So that does throw a little bit of a monkey wrench in it. But there's a lot more energy leaning towards hearing from this person than not. A lot more. So, yeah, you'll probably end up hearing from this person. If not in January, in February. So, the only thing I can say is be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. Make sure... Okay, let me leave you with this. If you want to bring someone back into your life, doesn't matter who it is, a former lover, an old friend you fell out with, business partner, family member you fell out with, what's the most important thing that needs to be taken into account? What's the most important thing? Whether or not there has been a change, right? Has to be a change. If no change is made, there's no fucking point. So how do you know if a change has been made? I'll tell you. Don't pay attention to what they tell you. Don't even pay attention to what they show you while you're alone. You know what you look at? Every other area of their life. That's what you look at. Look at every other area, aspect, and facet of their life. If a person has made a genuine change, other aspects of their life are going to change as well. Okay? But if outside of your all's connection, everything else is still exactly the same, still doing the same shit, still talking to the same people, kicking around the same 6 blocks, still fucking with the same situations, everything else is still the same. except for the way you act towards me? Bullshit. 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 They're putting on a front. They're putting on a front, and in less than 90 days, that mask is going to start to fall off. So just take that and do with it what you will. All right, let me see. It shows down here that a super chat came through. Okay, Monique, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. It didn't show up on the screen, though, so. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. Mm-hmm. Capricorn. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Well, they definitely don't get the idea that you care to talk to them. Oh, they're guarded. Oh, they're real guarded. They're trying to forget about you. Keyword, trying. Right? There is no try. You do or you do not, right? Which means they haven't forgotten about you. They haven't forgotten about you. They can't quit thinking about you. But they trying to quit thinking about you. They trying. Oh, they trying. I don't know, man. It don't look like it. I don't know why they're so damn guarded. Probably because they see you as the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. You look like you're happy where you are and you don't give a shit about them. So, I don't know. I don't know why their guard's up. It's not telling me. Not even giving me a crumb. They do want to reconcile with you, though. They do. But I'm trying to figure out why the hell they're so goddamn guarded. It's not telling me. Strength card, it's not telling me. They're holding back and keeping their guard up. I feel like this is one of those things where, for whatever reason, and maybe the reason why it's not telling me is because it's so many diverse different reasons that I couldn't generalize it for all of you. But for one reason or another, they feel like they have no choice but to move on from this. Kind of like when you get fired from a job that you didn't want to get fired from. You love that job. You really want to work there. But it is what it is. You have no choice. You know? So it's kind of like that. Some of you dealing with a Scorpio. I also have Leo and Cancer. But it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Well, let's see if they take an action. Boo, boo, boo. Are they taking action? Boo, 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 boo. 2 of Swords reversed. Don't look like it. It don't look like it. No, I'm not seeing any action here. 3 of Wands reversed. Nah, I don't think so. Nope, they ain't taking no fucking action. And this is, I'm surprised I've only had to say this. This will be the 3rd time I've said this tonight. Usually, when a situation like this, especially at the very end of the year, I'm saying this to fucking damn near every sign, but shoot them a closure message. Shoot them a closure message. Just let it be known the air is clear on my end. Do not try to initiate a conversation. Matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. Don't engage in conversation. This is not a conversation. It's a closure message. I'm letting you know that the air is clear on my end. If you respond, I'm not responding to it. I'm just letting you know. Not to get a response from you. Not to try to bring you back into my life. I'm just letting you know. Everything's all good here. I'm not mad at you. I apologize for what I did, or I forgive you for what you did, or whatever needs to be said. By the way, don't apologize for shit you're not sorry for. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're not sorry for something, do not apologize. I remember the last time I did that. I reached out to a friend that I fell out with 3 years ago, and I don't apologize for shit. Oh, no. This person did some very unacceptable things. So what I said was, I hate that it went down like that. That's what I said. I ain't sorry for shit. I don't regret nothing I said. I still stand 10 toes down on every fucking word I said. But I didn't say all that. But, you know, I didn't apologize. I just said, yes, I was extremely upset, and I hate that it went down like that. I'm not sorry, so I'm not going to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would do with this right here. And again, wait a few weeks. For me, the magic number is always 2 months. Clear the air, and then wait 2 months. 2 months later, see how you feel about it. I bet you feel an energetic shift. Bet you. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius. Does this person want to talk to you? Do they have anything that they want to say? Oh, shit. Boy, they're guarded. Very defensive, too. Very defensive individual. They assume that you would be coming at their throat. I don't know why. They're just very, very convinced that if they reached out to you, you would attack them. So they're very on defense. Damn, dog. They stalk the shit out of you, but it doesn't look like they're trying to talk to you. Yeah, death card, strength card. Yeah, no, it don't look like it. Boy, they stalk the ever-loving fuck out of you, though. Oh, yeah. They be watching the shit out your ass, but they don't. It doesn't look like they're trying to talk to you. With the 8 of Wands reversed, 7 of Wands in the upright, I think they're too goddamn scared, honestly. Too scared of what you would say. Why? I don't know. Maybe you gave them reason to think that. Or maybe in their mind, what they did was so stupid that anybody in their right mind would lash out at them. Maybe they know that you have ammo to use against them. Or maybe they're just paranoid and projecting. I don't know. I'll let you figure that out. But no, they don't look like they're trying to talk to you. They're way too guarded. But for some reason, they can't keep their fucking eyes off of you and their nose out of your business. Some of you dealing with Taurus. I also have Leo, Scorpio. Could be a fellow Aquarius for some of you. But could be anybody. Those are just energies. Well, let's see if they're going to change their mind. Boop doo boo boop doo doo. Boop 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 doo boo. 6 of Wands reverse. Nah, I don't think so. They are dead convinced that that would be a failure. Now, 8 of Wands reversed again. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. At least not anytime soon here. So, I don't know what to tell you about that right there, to be honest with you. Because, see, usually this would be a situation where I would say shoot them a closure message. But I don't know if I would trust this person with that. You know? If I was you. If they're that fucking defensive, that might not be a good idea. Here, take this approach. Dedicate 2026. Put it on your list of shit to do in 2026 to heal from and release this. Don't think about nothing else but healing from, releasing, and transmuting this. I got that course, my course available on my website, The Steps to True Healing. I would highly recommend grabbing that. Highly, highly, highly. It's not none of that stupid cord-cutting horse shit. Okay, this is energy transmutation is what I teach in that course. How to actually transmute it. Let's take that stance. and then just cross the next bridge when you get to it, okay? If you do it right, and you really transmute this entire situation, you don't even have to transmute the whole thing, honestly, before you're looking back on it like, no, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm at peace with it. It served its purpose. I feel no desire. Whoops. I feel no desire to reach out, communicate, or anything like that. So, all right, Pisces. Pisces. Does this person want to talk to you? Boo-doo-boo. Do they want to talk to you? Boo-doo-boo. Hierophant. Well, I think that, yeah, I think so. I think they do want to talk to you. They just, they're not convinced that it would go anywhere, if that makes sense. They feel like talking to you would be a waste of time, but they do want to talk to you. Let me see how I can translate this into English. I have a million things that I want to say to you, but no matter what I say, you don't understand me. That's what this feels like. Like, no matter how I try to break it down and explain it, you don't understand the language I'm speaking, metaphorically speaking. We communicate on two completely different fucking wavelengths, and you do not comprehend the point that I'm trying to make. I'm not saying that they're calling you stupid. Yeah, maybe for some of you, they think that, but I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, they just don't believe that the two of you speak the same vibrational, emotional, or love language. So they would like to talk to you. They just feel like it would be a waste of time. That makes sense? Okay. It's kind of looking like they're throwing in the white towel on this, though. For real, for real. Look, check it out. There goes Santa Claus. I love this fucking deck, dude. This is my new favorite deck. But after I do this video, it's getting put back in the drawer for another year. Anywho, okay. Some of you dealing with an Aries. I also have Libra, Cancer, Leo, Taurus. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Well, let's see if they gonna change their mind, man. They gonna go to Taco Bell and eat a 5-layer burrito. And then they gonna bend over and try to rip a fart and pop their head out of their ass and have a come to Jesus moment. Let's see. Hey, it happens. It happens. Boo, boo, ba-doo, boo, boo. 8 of Cups. Nah, they walking away, man. They walking away. Trying to find somebody new and completely ignoring the truth about this whole situation. So, you know what I'm going to tell you? And I'm going to tell everybody, okay? Aries through Pisces, all of you. Now, feel this out, but since we are in the last week of 2025, a closure message is always a good idea. Unless you're dealing with somebody that is not, it could put your safety or your health or your life at risk. Or if you're dealing with one of those people that's really, really sick, twisted, and narcissistic, you know, that'll just use any response you give them as a way to try to manipulate you and squeeze their way in. If you're dealing with somebody like that, you're the exception. I'm not talking to you. You need to work on your healing. If you're dealing with a person like that, I don't care if it takes 5 years. Focus on healing from that. I don't care if it takes 10 years. Focus on healing from that. But for the rest of you, you know, a closure message, I would do that. I would start off 2026 by doing that. It's uncomfortable. It makes you feel weird. It's like, this is so weird and awkward. You feel embarrassed, you know, and then you click send and it's like, I feel weird. And it's really cringy and weird and uncomfortable. And then after a while, all that settles. And then give it a couple of months. And then before you know it, you will be on a different energetic pathway. You'll be on a different timeline. I promise you. Okay? So anyway, I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. And for those of you who missed the memo, I do have 4 used signed tarot decks for sale on eBay. The sale ends tomorrow. Okay? We do this once a year. All of the decks have been used on video for the past 2 years, between 2023 and now. Also, my courses will be available for a little less than a week now. How to read the tarot, the beginner's guide to manifestation, the steps to true healing, how to attract your life partner, manifesting financial abundance. Those will be available until January 1st. I would highly recommend at least grabbing one regarding whatever you're struggling with the most, because you ain't going to hear nobody else teach it the way I teach it. I promise you that. Guarantee. Guarantee it. Go to the YouTube search bar, type in how to attract your life partner. How many videos do you think are going to pop up? Probably 10,000. Bet you none of them are going to tell you what I tell you. Bet you that. Guarantee it. They're priced very reasonably. Right? And I do that for a reason. For those of you who genuinely want the knowledge, I'm not just going to throw it out there for nothing. It'll get squandered and wasted. But those of you who genuinely want the knowledge, and you show the universe you want the knowledge by paying money for it, I have it priced very, very low. Very low. So that if you want it, you can afford it. So links for those are in the description. January 1st, they go bye-bye. And as far as how they're doled out and what order, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here. I hope those of you who celebrate had a badass Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate, I just hope you had a good day. And let's wrap up 2025 with a bang, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.